of the tackling part. Get the tackling down, which they're doing a pretty good job of that too. 1st and 10. All right, here's a reverse coming left side, and he is caught, spun around, and I hope he's not hurt.
Yeah,
his leg was twisted up under him.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play. And
he's up. He's up.
Tackle, but it's great to see him get up from that.
Yeah. Number 6 comes up limping a little bit. He got twisted around like a pretzel.
6, Brandon with the carry.
And he stays in the game, so that's good. Oh, we're going to have a personal foul in there. I didn't see the flag. That may have been why he got spun around.
You know, I'm looking at this William Campbell roster, and they've got a lot of freshmen and sophomores. So, you know, they're building here.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they'll have some talent here coming up, but you know, they're just really getting their feet wet here in the Dogwood District, and
they're going to take their lumps this year.
They're going to take the lumps just like the Colonels did a couple years ago, and just like Gretna did, you know,
back in the 90s. Those forgotten 90s. 1st and 10. Gretna side of the field at the 49 for the Generals. And I see new players in for the Hawks defense, which is good. Here's a run up the middle for about a yard.
Yeah, nothing really going here for the Generals.
Some of the first defense team is out, and some of them are still in there, but they definitely have taken some out. Rosser is out. Looks like they got Bennett playing
I think
safety.
That's smart decision making for Saunders right there, taking your playmaker out. But you know, you still got Bennett in there, who's a very good safety.
Still got most of the defense in there, but they have, like I say, taken Rosser out.
Don't want anybody to take a cheap shot on him.
All right. Quarterback back to pass. Pressure coming from behind. He gets it off. He's got a man open. Underthrown and nearly intercepted. 2 Gretna players.
Rashawn Taylor could have been looking for the ball right there. Could have intercepted it off the deflection from Bennett. But, you know, number 1 was the quarterback. That was Staten. And he just let the ball go right there, just threw it right up.
Yeah, that was probably around the 15-yard line where the ball ended up, and he had them open, but he couldn't throw it as far as they were.
Yeah.
With the homecoming court,
3rd and 10 for the Generals now. Again, Gretna leading 42-0, and the Generals have it on the Gretna side of the field for the first time here with 3rd and 10. They're going to send one receiver out to the right, but I think they'll throw here. He's going to run right, breaks 1 tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's got the first down, I believe.
And good blocking up front for the Generals, and you know, a great escapability right there by Staten.
10 yards and a first down.
This is their first promising drive of the game.
Yep.
You know,
started at their 20-yard line.
We're winding down here with 3:30 to go, and you know, they really would like to get something on the scoreboard here before halftime start.
1st and 10 for the Generals. And again, a little bit of spark out of the Generals offense here. This time they're going to run the reverse. Runs into his own player, and he'll be swamped in the backfield. Loss of a couple.
On the play, makes 2nd and 10.
Hawks pushed the lineman back into the running back. He lost a yard. 2nd and 11.
Tonight's number is 6-3-6.
2nd down and 11 now for the Generals.
3-6. 5-0.
And if you're the Generals, you really want to get points here because you just want to have a moral victory going into halftime.
Always looks better not to have that goose egg up there. But they need to make a couple more good plays here, and they've been able to run the ball a little bit better on this series. 2nd down and 11. Low snap. Quarterback's going to throw it. Throws. Overthrows his intended receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah. He had the wide receiver wide open right there, and you know, Staten just overthrows his receiver, and he's lucky that ball wasn't a little more overthrown, and it would have been picked off by Jefferson right there.
3rd down and 11 for the Generals. Gretna leading 42-0. Halftime coming up, and homecoming here. We'll have the homecoming court for you and all of that for you in just a little bit, so you be sure to stay tuned for that.
Yes, ma'am.
On 3rd and 11.
I'll be at the front of the thing.
All right.
Thank you.
Check that 4th and 11. Hawks showing blitz. Up the middle, pressure comes. Quarterback lets it go. He's got a man complete at the 20-yard line, enough for a first down.
He was just wrestled down by Von Bennett right there, and he's slow to get up.
Yeah. And, he's definitely not going to get up here for a moment now. Up to his knees. And he will eventually get up. A little bit woozy.
Yeah, he might have just had the breath knocked out of him or hit his head on the ground.
Okay, he's stumbling around.
William Campbell have a first
He definitely
down
hit his
catch.
head. So.
He's going to stay in the game. So, 1st and 10 for the Generals at the Gretna 20.
Hopefully he knows where he's at.
Nice. They're going to bring him off the field now.
That's a good idea.
All right, 1st down and 10 for the Generals. And quarterback cuts up the middle, lost the ball at the end of the play. They rule him down. All right, 2nd down coming up, gain of 2.
2-yard gain on the play makes it 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8 now for the Generals.
This is probably the last play of the quarter.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go. They're running the clock, low snap. They wrap him up. Fumble. And Gretna has it.
Gretna's.
Hawks have it.
That's their 4th fumble of the night.
Wow, that's just amazing. That 4th one that they've counted.
Yeah.
They fumbled it more than that, but I think you just take a knee here if you're Gretna. There's no need to rub it in at this point because they could score on one play the way it's been so far tonight. And you can see the William Campbell players just hanging their heads here.
And the bad thing for William Campbell going into the second half, Gretna gets the ball to start.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is I think it's going to be the second string that they'll be seeing. So that's going to give, if Coach Saunders decides to go that route, that's going to give them a whole half of trying to get some experience for those players.
Getting some experience and getting your key players some rest going into the Appomattox game next week.
Yeah. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Hawks, and let's see if they just don't take a knee right here.
Amherst is all over Justin Forrest.
All right, they're gonna run out of the victory formation here, so Rosso's going to take a knee.
35-6.
Looking at the Generals, they're not even coming to the line here. They're playing a prevent defense, but Gretna's going to take a knee. And they will. That'll end the half.
And now in the first half.
Our score here at halftime is Gretna 42, William Campbell nothing. Seminole Sunoco Food Mart, Highway 29, south of Gretna, is proud to sponsor Gretna Hawks football, and it reminds you they're open till 11 o'clock tonight. And of course, they're open for gas under the covered tanks there. Sunoco gas available 24/7 if a credit card or a debit card. It includes diesel and non-ethanol gas as well. You can get pizza by the slice for $2.69. The whole pizza is only $8.99. That Seminole Sunoco Food Mart has grab-and-go breakfast biscuits as well, pastries, coffee, cappuccino, smoothies, and much more, and an ATM on site too. That's at the Seminole Sunoco Food Mart, Highway 29, south of Gretna. We'll take a break here. Again, it's Gretna 42, William Campbell nothing. And it's homecoming night, so we'll get the homecoming festivities underway when we come back. And let's take a break. You're listening to Gretna Hawks football on ESPN Radio. Put that light on over there. Let's see what
Who was first right to begin by recognizing our honor guard who is listening with court this evening. Private Alex Boyer, Captain Nathan Davis, Private First Class Jimmy Dixon, Private Santiago Zia, Sergeant Casey Morrison, and Private Lucretia Jones. During the past few weeks, students voted not only on their peers for homecoming representatives, but also among the faculty for duty and justice. At this time, we would like to recognize our 2013 Gretna High School group, Mr. Michael Clausen. And our 2013 Gretna High School Justice, Mrs. Robin Brooks. present will be Tuesday night with the crowning of our homecoming court, and also our administrator, Mr. Peter Scott, principal of the section, assistant principal will be assisting. And now, we're going to do the freshman class, with Courtney Hines. Courtney is the daughter of Stephanie and Rodney Dickelson and Kevin and Shannon Hines. Also representing the freshman class is Ms. Sabrina Jeffrey. Sabrina is the daughter of Tracy Tyson and David Jeffrey. Tonight, Courtney and Sabrina are escorted by Mr. Jayvon Cruz. Jayvon is the son of Susie Marshall. Courtney Hunt, Sabrina Jeffrey, and Jayvon Cruz. Representing the freshman class is Naomi King. Naomi is the daughter of Latoya King.
And welcome back. We are starting our homecoming activities. We're going to get into some of the stats and scoring information for you, and then we'll have the announcements of the homecoming court in just a moment. Eric, if you want to give us some of those stats there and the scoring as it occurred, if you got that as well.
Alrighty, I'll start off with the stats. Rosser has one rushing attempt for 16 yards. Von Bennett, his first rush was a -7-yard rush, and he turned that around with the 19-yard touchdown, and he has 12 yards rushing on 2 attempts. Jeremiah Chambers, the player of the game so far for the Hawks, he has 8 carries for 130 yards and 3 touchdowns, I believe. And Chris Hall has 9 yards on 1 rush and 1 touchdown. Passing, Von Bennett has 2 receptions for 51 yards, most of that coming on the 42-yard reception. And Gretna really only has 1 penalty for the first half, and that was the holding call on that first possession, I believe. And let's get into some play-by-play. Scoring statistics right here. With 8:12 to go in the first quarter, Jeremiah Chambers scampered for a 32-yard rushing touchdown, and Canair's extra point was no good, 6-0 Gretna. And then Gretna recovered a fumble with 7:30 to go by Chris Hall. 6:58 in the first quarter. Chambers got into the end zone again on a 12-yard touchdown run, and a 2-point conversion from Deion Rosser to Matt Glass on the shovel pass, 14-0. Gretna with 5:03 in the first quarter. Witcher recovered the fumble from the Generals. And 4:56, a quick hit for the Hawks right there was the Bennett 19-yard run, and it was 21-0 Gretna. 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Rosser passed to Bennett for 47 yards in the score, 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. With 9:38 to go in the second quarter, Chris Hall scored on a 9-yard touchdown run to make it 35-0. Then the Generals would fumble it again. It was recovered by Gretna. And with 8:16, Chambers had another 30-yard run, 42-0 Gretna. And then at the end of the half, the Generals fumbled again, and then Rosser just nailed it. And we're set here at halftime, 42-0.
All right, it's been one of those games, I tell you. Gretna definitely in charge here. We have homecoming night. We'll sort of go over some of the homecoming for you. But first, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with that information for you. And let's take a break now with Gretna leading in control, 42-0. You are listening to Gretna Hawks football on ESPN Radio.
Good job. GW's winning 56-0.
Who are they playing?
Patrick County may set a record this year for most points given up. They routinely give up 70 a game.
You got anything on Alphavista?
It's still 7-0.
Who's winning?
Alphavista.
Adams went 14-12. 14-12.
Amanda Blair and Tanner Cook. Representing the senior class, Ms. Ebony Cowan. Ebony is the daughter of John and Jimmy Cowan, so tonight she is escorted by Mr. Charles Zachary Edwards.
Welcome back. We'll give you the homecoming court and winners. Freshman class, Miss Courtney Hines, daughter of Stephanie and Rodney Singleton and Kevin and Shannon Hines. Also, Miss Sabrina Jeffries. Sabrina, the daughter of Tracy Tyson and David Jeffries.